Next question. District 64, Mr. Hernandez. Please discuss your position on sex education in public schools.
My position on sex education in public schools. Well, I think that our students definitely at some point, whether it's 6th grade or 8th grade, need to understand the birds and the bees and exactly how the biology aspect of it works. And I also think that we're moving into a dangerous era, and this is more on a broader level, but we are teaching our children, and I believe through government policy, and I'm talking more on a federal level, that there are no consequences for your actions. And I believe that moving forward, it's imperative that we teach our students about personal responsibility, that there are consequences for actions, and so that they fully understand when they engage in sexual activity what the repercussions may or may not bring.
Thank you. Mr. Cohen?
I've supported the inclusion of sex education in the curriculum in the public schools. Where there have been amendments in the legislature over the years to prohibit that. I voted against those amendments and have supported funding where those decisions have reached the Senate floor.
Thank you. District 65, Ms. Smith.
I do not support abstinence-only education. I think that we absolutely need to have a very comprehensive sex education program in our schools, starting earlier than what it has been starting at. I would even suggest starting to talk about it in 4th or 5th grade, and making sure that we're not just focusing on pregnancy prevention, but STDs, which we have seen to actually have a significant impact in ways that maybe young people haven't even thought of before. With the rise of HPV, I think that women need to be more aware of how that happens and what the consequences are, and also even extending it. Working in the nonprofit world, working with families who just don't always have the best information, we've found that you even need to revisit it more often, and talking about it as a family has actually been very important and very well supported, and that we don't just need to stop talking about it in the classrooms or in the schools through programs, but also talking about it in the community, in our circles, and just making it a more open conversation, because it's kind of scary sometimes to talk about it.
Thank you. Ms. Pappas?
I've been the author for the past 6 years of the legislation that would require school districts to offer comprehensive family life and sexuality education. There would be standards put in the state law, but they would be locally designed based on the local concerns of parents and in particular and staff. But the information needs to be medically accurate. It does include consequences, and it needs to be age appropriate. But the research has shown that our young people do need this kind of information in order to be safe, and that the vast majority of parents in the state of Minnesota also support having it provided at the school level.
Thank you. Mr. Karshnia?
Anytime children are concerned concerning the subject, I think more information is better. Kids can handle good, thorough information. Including, you can talk about abstinence, that is an option. As far as consequences, talk about those consequences. Children can handle that. Let the parents and the teachers and the school board decide at what age that they're going to start teaching sex education, but let's leave it in their hands.
Thank you. Next question, District 64, Mr. Cohen. What can be done for